Nancy, welcome today.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to having you roam with me, and we're going to discover the garden at 2345 and maybe a few things inside the house here on Crescent Circle.
Well, and to look at it even from this spot, I can't hardly wait to walk through and see it all.
Well, the first thing that you should understand about it is that the purpose of the high landscaping was really to integrate it into the neighborhood so that it wasn't just a huge object as soon as you turned onto the circle here. Everything that's going to happen on the interior begins out here with the polish of the materials, the contrast of the wood to the harshness of the steel. This door is an African mahogany. The conceptualization for it came from some time I spent in Europe. There are many doors in Paris with these circular windows. So this door was designed based on photos I brought back, and then, of course, made to fashion into the house. We have this beautiful curved hallway. I love this part of the house, and it is sculptural. That gentle curve means that the house sort of unfolds for you as you walk forward. So the lighting pattern was really fun to do. They call this a galaxy pattern. The house can be completely open to the exterior. It's such a magic feeling on a summer night to be able to do this.
I mean, this is like one of my favorite views.
It affords a four-season view. I can never decide what's better, the snow in the winter, or the autumn color, or the spring mix of greens, or right now when the garden and all of it are in their full glory. This is a bas-relief panel, and as with many things in the house, it was such a cooperative effort. This is the plan view of the house. And we're looking into the solarium, and we're looking through an arch that's surrounded by bookcases. They were sculpted into the space because the hallway curves at this spot. They're artful and beautiful for anything. I mean, they could be filled with books, but they could also be full of objects. The most interesting thing to me about this kitchen is this glass wall. It is created, they call it layered glass because that's what it is. If you look at the detail where it's been cross-cut, you can see that this is just ongoing layers of the recycled glass set in other glass. I have no idea how they do this. Through this door is one of my favorite parts of the house. So I call it the flower room, but it's really a craft space. And there's all sorts of storage for vessels and materials and what have you. This is the essence of artfulness in that this material is actually pressboard that's been sanded down. So we're now entering the master bedroom. This is, again, a space to me that's about serenity. All of these pieces were designed, obviously, and custom built to be here. If we turn here, this room was really built for the privacy of the people who were using it and to give you access to some of the most glorious things about the house. So there are two sets of doors that will take you out to the pool, which allows for night swimming. The lily pond then leads to these walking board, are actually surrounded by water. And here is one of the glorious things for anyone who even just grills a hamburger. This is a Kalamazoo Grill. They're the finest grills made in America. When they finish making it, which they do only upon an order, they sign it. We're now on the pathway that everyone identifies as our own personal Lombard Street. So we're now in the heart of the rear garden. And I've thought a great deal about this garden as I've been thinking about leaving it. And I realized that I love to maintain it myself, but it wouldn't have to be maintained. There's a lot of material here that's very, very happy, and it started spreading itself. It would still be very, very beautiful if it was really left essentially untended. So this is the first of the two guest rooms down here. They're wonderful because they're so secluded, and they have total access to this patio out here, the garden, so your guests can feel as if they have a home away from home. Here we are now in the primary lower hall. Garage is here, what we call a family entrance is here, and a very large coat closet, and very important, the elevator. So here we are, back up on the second floor in the primary living area. So it's been absolutely a pleasure to have you with me today. I hope that whomever it is that's wise enough to buy this house has as much pleasure from it as I've had.